In Christchurch, there was a significant improvement in the batting effort. Didn't go so well in Dunedin, but I think the practice that had happened beforehand, we had quite a long lead into the games, and we lost the toss in Dunedin, which was a bit unfortunate because it was a decent time to bowl. I think at 11 o'clock in the morning. The surface in Christchurch made it much more of an even contest, and the guys put into practice what they'd been doing during the preparation period a lot better. Wasn't quite good enough, unfortunately. I mean, we didn't get the result that we were after, but at least there was a step in the right direction, yeah. I think a big aspect of batting overseas for the Bangladesh players is dealing with a little bit more bounce, dealing with quality seam bowling with a new ball as well. As you say, Tamim's got a lot more experience than most of the guys in the squad, and using his role to try and create a foundation for the second half of the innings is important for us. Mitten played sort of the exceptional innings, I think, down at Christchurch. Trying to get himself maybe a little bit closer to the line of the ball, trying not to look at the offside so much and trying to keep the leg side as an option is something which I think you can do here in New Zealand with the ball bouncing above the stumps a bit more than it does in Dhaka or Chittagong. I think the important thing for us against the new ball, particularly in Dunedin, where it was good bowling conditions, is not to allow people like Trent Boult, Matt Henry to do too much damage to us. I think any runs that we maybe don't get in the first 10, we always feel we will be able to make them up during the middle and the latter period, so long as we've got those established batsmen at the crease and we're not trying to rebuild the innings too much. So if we only get to 30, 35, 40 in the first 10, if we're none or one down, then we probably feel that we've done okay. The problem, I think, in Dunedin was we were 2 down, we were 3 down for 50, and that allowed New Zealand to control the innings too much. In Christchurch, I think it showed that when we managed to create a partnership early on between Shomo and Tamim, then it allowed Mitten to kick on and get us towards a decent score. I think here in Wellington tomorrow, it might depend a little bit on whether we bat first or bat second. If we bat first, then I think we're going to have to be wary of what the new ball might do. If Southey comes into the side, Trent Boult, again, quality performers, then we have to be wary of that, and we have to make sure that they don't do too much damage to us early on. If we're batting second, if we're chasing, I think the way we approach the 10 might depend on what sort of total we've managed to restrict them to. If it's a high score, then we're going to have to take advantage of the power play. We're going to have to take some risks, play some shots, and make sure that we come out of those first 10 overs having used the fielding restrictions to our advantage.